This is the wettest drought I've ever been in, I swear. Morning. Just stopped out here to check the progress on the corn in this field, and I was going through and I found a perfect example of what happens when the planter bounces or a seed falls out of the furrow when you're planting. Row of corn here, no big deal. Everything's going along fine. And then for some reason, that one seed didn't get into the furrow, and then just kept going along like normal. But yeah, just never got it planted. I don't know if that'll help. Before the rain on the holiday weekend, Gary went up and got our seed tender out of the north shed before it got too wet to pull it out. And he parked it in the shed down here, but it's gone and his truck is gone. So I assume he got up a little early and went up to get our soybean seeds. I think while he's doing that, I'm just gonna make a space so we can get this planter out of here. We gotta change the gears on it, which changes the plant rate, and maybe knock a little more mud off of it. Should be about ready to go out and plant soybeans. I'll move this mower first, but looks like he found some golf balls while he's mowing. I don't think that one's going to work very well. Man, it smells like a skunk in here.
Yeah, that's busy.
Wow. Holy crap. What kind of... it is hair. It's like they're harvesting someone's dog or something. There's nobody in there. Ugh, stinks. This mice will use anything to make a nest. I'm not positive, but if I had to guess, I'd say that's the fur off of a possum or something. God, there's another of them damn nails from the roof. Right under the tire. I swear, we're going to be picking up these nails for the next 50 years. Got most of that in there. I'm going to make a cap for the end of that so mice don't get in there. I mean, I guess they can get in from up there. And they'll be trapped. I don't know. I don't know what the answer is. Do you leave it? I think, do you leave it open so that they don't want to go in there, or do you close it off and they might go in there anyway? We got the planter all set up. I believe the only thing we need to do is maybe change the sprockets that determine what the population per acre is. And right now I'm going back over and we're going to pull the planter out. He got the seeds this morning, so all we need to do is just open it up, take it out the field, fill it up, and everything in theory should be ready to go. I thought it was a little bit wet this morning. He thinks it's probably going to be good now. We start with the perimeter, so I guess that'll kind of help us determine how wet it actually is. This field that I'm going to be doing is a pretty decent one. It goes pretty easily for the most part. Actually I take that back. Half of it is really easy. The other half is kind of a pain. Anyway, just rushing back to the farm, and we're going to go ahead and see if we can get these beans going. We got all the way out there and forgot the talc. I'm gonna run home and grab it. We got the planter open and everything. He's getting a few things set. When we plant soybeans, it's kind of the same thing as when we plant corn. We use kind of a lubricant to make sure the seeds flow and move like they're supposed to. When we do corn, we're using graphite, so it's black or dark gray. When we do beans, we actually use talc, which is just talcum powder, white powder, looks like baby powder. But anyway, we forgot it, so I'm gonna have to run back and get it. We used to have a shaker, which is just a plastic container that used to hold nuts. That we just poked a hole in the lid, and that way you could shake it out like salt on your food. But it seems to have gone missing, so I just grabbed another one. Maybe we'll just jam holes in it with a screwdriver or something. I don't know. Gonna do it. It's gonna have to drill them. Damn it. No good. All right, everything seems to be going pretty decent. Just starting around this perimeter, and this is the same field that we were just spraying not long ago. I don't remember how long ago. When you're doing these perimeters, you do a lot of looking that way. Planted that first edge and took a little stop. Gary went up and dug around a little bit, had a little gauge you poke in there, it tells you how deep you are, and I think we're right at about 1.5 inches deep. I think he set our population, he set it at 115 or something like that, 115,000. So that'd be 115,000 per acre, I guess. All right, well, I'm gonna keep doing this. I'll catch up with you in a little bit. I'm gonna plant this field just a little bit different. I mean, the outcome will be the same, but I'm going to kind of plant it like it's two different fields. This is the one I said where one side is really easy and nice and straightforward, and the other side is kind of convoluted. And I guess we kind of do that anyway most of the time, but this time it's just a little bit different. We have on the one end of this field a big wet spot that it's a ditch that's cut through there, and it's been there for years. We fill it in, and some years you can plant through it, some years you can't. This year, right now, you can't because of all that rain. And then at this end of the field, where I was picking up that wood last week, there's that one spot where it's just, the water just never drains. It's not very big, but it's just not quite cut right for it to flow out. So, other than that, everything's going all right. I kind of forget sometimes when we're planting beans into corn to adjust the angle of the marker arm. I know I talked about this before in the other fields, but I have to move that thing a lot more forward than Gary does because I just cannot see the line. And the sun's going down. I don't know, it's like 7 o'clock or something now, and so the sun's going down, so it casts, the corn stalks cast a shadow over your mark. I've got it a little too severe now. That's way too severe now. I better go adjust that. Yeah, no, it's just plowing. Hold on, I'm gonna go adjust this. Okay, I think that'll be better. I had it a little bit too severe. I like it a lot more severe than he does, but not that severe. I messed up on the one end of the field. The water on the end of the field, when I was trying to go around it, I kind of lost my line in the shadows, and I couldn't follow my previous rows. It just kind of got screwy, so I don't know. I guess we'll see how goofy that is when we come to spray, when the beans come up. I don't think it'll be terribly bad, but I know there's a spot in there where I'm going to have to do a little bit of a damage control, to say the least. Just wrapping up here on this one side of the field. Not everything went exactly like I wanted to. I did mud up a couple times. And that was annoying. And I just have like a little part, like a pass and a half. It'll take me like seriously 3 minutes to dub it in or finish that little section over there. But I lost half the planter on the monitor, and it's dark. Or no, it's not dark now, but it will be very shortly. By the time we get tools together and get out of here and start dinking around, it's going to be dark, and that's not probably work real well to work on that. So we'll get started early in the morning, and I should hopefully be able to knock this field out tomorrow and after that, my stuff is done, and then we just have to finish up Gary's. All the corn's done, and some of the beans are done, and yeah, we're getting there. It's a slog. It's been a slow, cold, wet spring. This is the wettest drought I've ever been in, I swear. But whatever, moisture's moisture, I guess. All right, I suppose this is done idling down. It's time to go home. I'm hungry.